the inside, Hansen over! Hansen's over in the 208! Hansen is upside down the turn 3, drop back onto 4 wheels. Let's have a look. So Timmy Hansen on the inside in the Peugeot Hansen car. Nitish is outside him. He's up the inside of Bakkerud. Bakkerud turns in, and there's nowhere for Hansen to go. I don't think Bakkerud would have done that. He couldn't have seen that Timmy was there. The car goes over.
Yeah, it's a real two, but just look at him through there. He's absolutely on the limit through there, but that's what Ekstrom wanted. He wanted them to start battling behind. He could get his head down and try and get him clearer.
Not ideal for Solberg, though. We've seen this a few times. Because the Joker's so short, he's come out immediately behind Rainis Nitish, so those guys in front have got to try and get a break and hope that Nitish doesn't Joker onto it and release Solberg.
It's going to be interesting what they do strategy-wise here. Obviously, I would think Ekstrom will go quite long until he Jokers.
Time in the final sector of the previous lap. Kristoffersson trying everything to get past Nicholas Gronholm. O'Donovan sideways in the background looking for the traction. Stephen Bossard as well. OC Fahy right on the rear of his teammate now. OC's right in that fight to finish second in the championship. Kristoffersson looks to the inside.
It's going to be a battle of traction on the way out, and that battle is won by the KMS Volkswagen Polo of Johan Kristoffersson.
Timazyanov going to try and jump outside to inside. On the brakes, the Russians up the inside of Kevin. Oh, that's a hell of a move. Timazyanov all the way from the last corner to the first corner. Brilliant piece of driving by the Russian. He's slipped. To make it or not, Bakkerud comes out just in front of the Russian. The Russian looks inside him. Same move as yesterday. Timazyanov gets up the inside of Bakkerud, but Bakkerud surely has found a way.
Oh, it was clean. It wasn't a great start from Kristoffersson initially. Clara Anderson has just gone down the road. Those electric cars absolutely scampering away. She runs a little bit wide. Kristoffersson in second, is it? And then Ole Christian Fahy in third, that's right. Nicholas Gronholm didn't get away well at all, I suspect.
Anderson down at the bottom of the hill. That was so important for CE Dealer Team to get Clara in and out of the Joker to try and defend second. They'd already given up the race lead.
We're green and we're go. It was clean. It wasn't a great start from Kristoffersson initially. Clara Anderson has just gone down the road. Those electric cars absolutely scampering away. She runs a little bit wide. Kristoffersson in second, is it? And then Ole Christian Fahy in third, that's right. Nicholas Gronholm didn't get away well at all, I suspect. He's just kind of accepted his situation.
Oh, bad start. Kevin Hansen looked like he dropped back a little bit. Mark never look up the inside. Scheider's right up underneath him. Contact with Scheider and Marken. Oh, he's caught in between them, in between the two GCK cars. Scheider gets out. Timazyanov up the inside of P4. Timmy Hansen goes inside turn 1. Kevin Hansen then P2. Markman's into P8. And Kristoffersson does back Ekstrom up. Kristoffersson backs him up and puts him into Solberg. Contact between them. Massive contact. Ekstrom up the inside. Over the grass. What's going to happen is so Ekstrom's going to take P2. And that's all. And the tyres go flying in the background.
Kristoffersson actually is doing Pender a favour by slowing the other guys up and Ken block.
He's done it, Doran only is rolled. So Timazyanov, everything has happened. Everything has happened in this second semi-final. So Bakkerud's got a puncture. Alex Danielson, the first time he's made it through to the semi-finals, looks like he might go through and do what Rustad did. Stick it on the front row of the grid. Solberg's just passed us, going slowly down the straight. There he is. The whole rear end of the car's missing.
I think we need another commentator to keep up here. It's unbelievable.
We just can't see everything that's going on. Down at the bottom of that, Petter Solberg in the background going slowly. And there's Bakkerud coming around. Good start for Bakkerud on the inside as well, and Hansen. This is going to close down up onto turn 1. Everybody fairly sensible. Genet tries to go around the outside. Hansen uses him for grip. He runs wide with Bakkerud. Baumanis is going to go up the inside into P2. Baumanis gets collected by Faust from the rear. Faust has shut the door, I think, on Genet. So Hansen and Faust on the brakes down towards the end of the straight. Bakkerud looks in the lead with Baumanis in P2.
Well, I'm not sure if Bakkerud had a...
Red flag. Oh, okay.
Well, we didn't see what happened there, but that was a disaster for Kevin.
Good start. Solberg waiting in the punch in the back. Contact between Bakkerud and Hansen. Contact again. Hansen gets spun round. He's going to go over the curb sideways if he's not lucky. Kristoffersson is away, and Solberg through to Ekstrom, Bakkerud and Hansen are sat in turn 1, and that is a disaster for them.
Smoking on the back of the PWR. contact from Weber, you'd assume, based on the damage at the front of the Polo as well.
Off to cross the line, and everybody else will be wondering, what have we got to do to try and find the time to reel this guy in? Johan Chris, sure, Ollie O'Donovan behind will be backing up the likes of Paulish Plaskovas and Ale Fucik, but frankly, Hal, Patrick O'Donovan should have the pace over those guys anyway. What he needs to do is find a way past Laszlo Kiss in the Peugeot ahead of him. Oh, it's a spin for Patrick O'Donovan. He instantly lights up the throttle. That was very, very odd. I wonder, has he got a drive?
Goes. Timizyanov stayed standard lap, so Anton Markin, the only man to joker on lap 1. He must think he's got great pace to go from Scheider holding on. Scheider's spotters now need to be looking behind because Markin's closing that gap down.
Yeah, the joker lap we think is around 4.6 seconds, so quite a long joker here, but Scheider really late on the brakes into turn 1. He has got that CIB for on that.
A little bit of a storm in corner. Backward goes up the inside. Don't know what happened to Solberg. Backwards right up the inside. He's practically going to shut the door in. Contact between the two. Solberg runs wide up the middle bank. Backward comes through the dip. Heikkinen takes it from Backward and Solberg. 1, 2, 3. What a finish! At the minute, the gap is 30 points. That would make Matthias Ekstrom the World Rallycross champion here in Germany because he was on count back and he's got more wins than anybody else so far this season. So, as it stands with Ekstrom in P5, he would be the World Rallycross champion here. But I think if Solberg can take the lead, then it would go to Argentina. So this is going to come down to whether or not Kevin Eriksson can withstand the pressure on the last lap here at Buxtehude.
I think he can. He's driven absolutely fast.
Christopherson from the tyre smoke was desperately trying to shut the door, but he couldn't. He tries to go round the outside of a turn 2. Handbrakes the car in. He's having a look up the inside of turn 2, but there's no room. Brilliant defensive drive by Timmy there, but also Christopherson trying to close the door.
Trying everything he possibly can. Yeah. Got such great pace this weekend, and he's able to look for gaps. He's got that much pace. He's all over Timmy. So Timmy's doing a great job, though. This will be a good race now with the two groups.
Remember, he's the only driver to have made all 3 finals so far this season. He's betting on an early joker in the hopes that he can get some time on go. He's going to get a win at home. It's around the left-hander. The fireworks go off at the finish. Ekstrom's around the left-hander. He takes the win. Solberg gets past Backward at the jump. It's a home win for Ekstrom in Sweden. Both the cars are off on the inside.
Inside of Solberg. Oh, Backward's going to get second. Eriksson's coming up the inside.
Nittish back on Solberg over the line. Super tight.
Sorry, Nittish.
He's got this lap to go. Look at the tyres smoking on Solberg's car. Well, these guys basically handed it to Christopherson.
Christopherson's the only one who hasn't hit anyone in this race, isn't he? And he's been a perfect race for him. He knew how to play. Solberg deep there, Lowe's got underneath him. I don't know if Solberg's got a problem. You'd think that a guy who's probably tracking the straights after all, he's like, well, it's going in the wall. He gets it lit up, tries to turn it round.
Christopherson, though, has just 1 corner to go. See the score marks in the road.
Andreas is in, so Andreas has gone in to try and get the job done. This is going to be really, really close now.
Oh, he goes all the way around the outside of Solberg. Andreas Baccarat carries the extra pace off the joker lap. Absolutely brilliant by Baccarat. Fantastic tactics. He's on the handbrake as well and gets the car sideways and now goes defensive. So what do you do now for Scheider and Ekstrom? These guys are in a train lane. There's nowhere to merge. If you come out in the middle of this, it is danger.
Yeah, the other 2 guys are going to get in the joker. Probably going to get in the joker now.
He was further back than this last year as Hansen got anything left for the last corner. Will Baccarat remember the mistake that Ekstrom made of leaving the door open up and over the jump? Andreas Baccarat won the last round in Norway. This time Timmy Hansen doesn't use the grass. It's Baccarat who takes his 2nd win in a row. Timmy Hansen, is that a problem for Hansen? Had a problem in the last corner. Hansen had great start by Petter Solberg and from Ekstrom as well on the back row, 2nd row. Petter's going to go to the inside. Timizyanov goes out. They've done exactly the same as the previous time.
Down the inside.
On the inside, yeah.
Maneuver.
He's done it. Peachy's gone past both of them. Ekstrom out in the wall. Timizyanov dumped back to 6th place. How did Peachy do that from the back row guy? Brilliant manoeuvre.
He slotted across the back of the other 2.
On the inside. Backward looking up the inside of Petter Solberg down at the bottom of the hill.